Hello everybody. In my last video I showed you how you can control SD90 with Novation MkII. I showed you how you can control solo section. I was able to mix sounds, 4 sounds. I was able to mix them, to choose which sound do I want to play. I was able to use a joystick and I was able to switch sounds with joystick. Now in this video I'll show you what I did with setting, so which kind of setting I had to to achieve that possibility to control SD90. Now I'm not going to show you everything, but at least I will start with some settings that can give you idea what you have to do if you want to control something. With this kind of setting that I'm going to show you now on Novation, that I did on Novation, you can control SD90, SD9, you can control Korg, Ketron, workstation, synthesizer, whatever has option to be controlled, you can control with Novation. Now let us start. I will switch camera to this camera. So we will start with joystick. Novation joystick, if you move pitch right or left, you can control pitch. If you move it up, you can control modulation. But when you buy that keyboard, when you move it right or left, it will automatically go to home position because it has spring. If you move it up, it will automatically again go to this position. But look at, in my case, it will stay up because you have option in Novation controllers that is on the back of your controller. Here, you can move this up or down. You have lock, push that lock, move it up, or push that lock, move it down. If you move this control up, then in this case, your joystick will work on the same way like pitch. When you move pitch, it goes back. If you move modulation, it will go back. But I disconnected that option. I want to make sure when I move it up, it stays up. Why I need this? I need this because I want to have option to change sounds with joystick. I can change sounds with pedal, sustain pedal, and I can change sounds with joystick. That option will give me SD90. In setting of SD90, you can go and choose how do you want to change sound, on which kind of behavior you want to have with sustain pedal or with joystick on particular sound. It is not global. It is just when you choose one sound to control, you can tell this sound I want to control switch of the sound, not modulation. On another sound, I want to control modulation. With sustain pedal, same story. If you have piano sounds, you will keep it as a sustain pedal. But if you have, for example, a sound that doesn't require sustain, and you want to use that pedal to change sound, for example, accordion sounds and some solo sounds where you are playing solo, you don't have to use sustain, then in this case, you can use pedal to switch sound instead of controlling sustain. Now that is about this thing. That is why I was able to switch up, change sound, or put it in the middle and blend those two sounds together, mix them together. Now, that is story about this. Now we will move here to this camera, and now we will talk about possibility to calling sound by pressing a button. So when I press button, this one, or any of those buttons, I am actually calling sounds. And there is a list of the sounds that I can call. Now, violin, flute, clarinet, oboe, saxophone, or in this row here, if I press this button, actually automatically when I press any of those buttons, I will skip to this row. Then I can control some other sounds. Let me keep it for a moment. Now, I can control piano, FM thing, it is mandolin, ensemble, Schlager sounds, soul, sound, pop, brass, and there is several another sounds. Now, what I have to do if I want to get this option when I press button, I want to call sound from the keyboard or arranger or whatever. You have to press edit button and right away press button that you want to set up for control. So press this and this. So hold it and press this button. So now I want to set up this button. Now I got new window here. In this window, I can choose which kind of control I want to do. Control of the note, MMC, so program change, bank change, template, what I want to control with this button. In my case, I want to control program change. Now with this button, I can decide which kind of control I want to have. LSB, off, MSB, or MSB and LSB messaging. So which kind of bank I want to call that has sounds in that bank. So Ketron doesn't have LSB messages, so I am going to choose MSB messaging. And then I will ignore this button, and then I will go to this one, and there you have to put number for the bank. Those numbers you can find in manual for all those banks that are factory banks. But you can see I have number 30. It is very hard to find it in manual. Actually, it doesn't exist in manual, but I will tell you that number is for user sounds. User sound. So if you put bank number 30, it means you are calling something from user bank. And now number 3, it is calling actual sound from user bank that is on position 4. Because Ketron is counting sounds from 1 to 128, and this guy is counting sounds from 0 to 127. So whatever is here, one number, it will be for position for one number higher on actual instrument. So if it's that 4, that it means it will call sounds from position number 5 on user. So that is about this part. Now, you have possibility, look at that button is red. That means there are 2 windows. Go to the next window, and in next window, you can choose which kind of button do you want to have. To me, I chose normal, but you can choose button that can have light when you press it, or you have several options of the button. Momentarily, toggle, step, so whatever. In this kind of the button that I want to choose sound, I put it on normal. Now port, USB 1. Communication canal, I chose communication canal, but you can choose keyboard channel, you can choose any MIDI channel, but in my case, I chose communication channel. Now, name of the sound, you write down name, for a character, do you want to have letter, number, or another signs, a lower letter, upper letter, so, and you can go back by pressing here or by pressing here, you will go. And now when you finish that setting, you will press right and again right, and it will save that setting to dedicated button that you chose that you want to set up. On that way, you can set up any of those buttons, choose function, what you want to do, put some numbers, and you can program whole keyboard. So thank you very much for watching this video, and please subscribe to my channel.